I think it's funny. Because Josh Harris and the crew wanted to build their own arena in Center City. And there was all the backlash from Chinatown and all this stuff about the Center City economy and everything. And they still went through with it. The whole city hated them. They were dead set on building this new arena. Why did they want to do that? Because they were in part ownership with Comcast on the old arena. This is half owned by Comcast, half owned by Harrison Blitzer. They wanted double profits. They said, let's build our own arena and we'll make even more money because I don't know why, but we just need more money. But then the 76ers tanked on an epic level. And not only did they tank on an epic level and ticket prices dropped all the way to $1, Daryl Morey signed two of the worst contracts in the NBA that has this franchise strapped until 2029 and has the fan base completely uninterested. And can you build a brand new arena that you are funding entirely by yourself, where you will own 100% of the profits, when the fan base is not excited about the team? No. So they backed out of the arena deal and made a new deal with Comcast for a new 76ers arena in South Philly, owned partially by Comcast and partially by Harrison Blitzer. The Joel Embiid situation, the Paul George situation, literally put a stop to the 76ers owners building a new arena in Center City because the profits are declining and the interest of the fan base is so low. That is a miraculous turn of events, and I feel like it's the basketball gods. I feel like the basketball gods were like, billionaires want to build another arena to make even $1 billion more, and there's no reason for it, and you're hurting the community and, Chinatown around there and everything else. Boom, Sixers suck, tickets decline, profits plummet, and you have to back out of the deal and make a new deal with Comcast. Everything comes full circle, man. Everything comes full circle all the time. I was going to say something else about that, but I forget. But anyway, I just think that's wild, and I hate the name Xfinity Mobile Arena. Are we calling the center the X now? I hate that name so much, dude. Ugh. Why does it have to be Comcast? Couldn't it be Mint Mobile Arena? Couldn't it be Boost Mobile Arena? Disgusting arena name. What else I want to talk about, man? Oh, yeah, let's read this Kieth Pompey article real quick before I get out of here. What do the Sixers need to return to form in 25-26? Coach Nick Nurse explains. Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Spoiler alert, it starts with a healthy Joel Embiid and Paul George. I mean, Keith, if you want people to read the article, you don't put that at the top of it because we know the answer. It's Joel Embiid and Paul George being healthy. And then there's a big picture of Cooper Flag. So, yeah, to return to form, they need to have a healthy Joel Embiid and Paul George, and they need to land Cooper Flag. Those three things, what are the odds of those three things happening? On a scale of 0 to 100, I would say 0.0000000000000001. That's what I would say. Let's read the article, I guess. As the 76ers tread further away from their dismal 24-25 season, a journey that now includes a solid chance to keep their first round pick. Solid chance? What did we say it was? What did we say it was? Where'd it go? What did we say it was? Like 10%? Hold on, let's find the percentages again. Solid chance. I mean, I guess it depends what you think solid is, right? Sure, 19.6%. Solid chance to keep their first round pick. Where'd it go? Here's what Nick Nurse said about it. I think that the game keeps getting faster and faster and more dynamic. Oh my God, bro. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I took a break for a couple of months of reading stupid shit like this. And I read the first fucking sentence and I want to punch myself in the face. I think the game keeps getting faster and faster and more dynamic. So you guys extend a 31-year-old with one leg. You sign a 34-year-old who's been slowing down for a couple of years, and then you go and sign all the oldest, slowest players in the league? That's what you thought? In a league that keeps getting faster and faster and more dynamic, that's what you thought you should do? Get slower and older? Holy shit. Just for really basic things, defensive transition and defensive rebounding. Bro, how do we know more than these people? How do we know more than these people? He's just saying everything we said last year. Why are you telling us what we already know? We were telling you that last year. So Nick Nurse goes the whole season playing all the short old guys. Gets absolutely smoked by everybody in the NBA. Starts the season 3-20 and tanks unintentionally because he refused to play young athletes. Then he comes back in the offseason and says, yeah, just for basic things, you know, we're bad in transition. We're bad at rebounding. We need to be bigger, longer, more athletic, younger. Are you kidding me? How did it take the worst season we've ever seen for you to figure that out, dude? Oh, my God. I think that's probably the answer that covers going into other things there. Attacking off the bounce, some of that kind of stuff, but that would be around especially the two, Paul and Joel. It's so crazy to me that we watched how this team got built and we watched how this team was coached this offseason. And 3 games into the season, we were like, where's Adem Bona? Where's Justin Edwards? Where's Ricky Council? Where are the young athletes that we thought were going to get playing time on this team? And he continued to play Kyle Lowry, Eric Gordon, and Andre Drummond. And then after a pretty predictable, horrendous outcome, he says all of the things that we knew he should have been doing all season. Oh my God, bro. This type of shit makes me sick. I think that's probably the answer, and we need a healthy Paul and Joel. Is there anything else that he said? We need Cooper Flag? Sure, we need Cooper Flag. Then he talks about, okay, here's something else he said. There's obviously a good number that need to get taken care of, get back to health, but obviously Joel and Paul will be the big concerns. Can they get back and ready to go? And I guess we won't find that out for a little while, and then you start unpacking, and then you get back to thinking there's some really, really good players there and start piecing it together, and then we get ready to build out the rest of the roster around them. I got a question. How can you build out the roster around them? The Sixers are trying to rebuild a roster that was flawed from day one of the 24. See, this is another problem with this team and this organization. Every year they think we can just put together a championship roster. Daryl Morey thinks he's playing a video game. Who's winning right now? Teams that have been together for years. So if you built it wrong 4 years ago, you're still dealing with that now. But every year it doesn't work, and every year we have to try to rebuild the roster because the one that was rebuilt the year before ended up being terrible. Daryl Morey and his front office loaded up on older veterans they thought would help the squad in the postseason. That backfired as the Sixers were old, slow, and small. In addition to failing to stay healthy, the older acquisitions struggled to keep up with younger, athletic opponents. Isn't... How is that not common sense, man? How is it not common sense that having the oldest roster in the league is going to be bad? I just don't understand how that's not common sense for anybody, let alone two guys that are supposed to be some of the best basketball minds in the world. I just don't understand. Is it not obvious that 25-year-olds can run faster and jump higher than 35-year-olds? I mean, look at yourself, Daryl Morey. Can you run and jump at all at 60 years old? Actually, you know what's crazy? Daryl Morey's only 52. Daryl Morey's younger than Nick Nurse. Did you guys know that? Daryl Morey is younger than Nick Nurse. I just remembered that. But anyway, if you are 52 and you know that you can't run and jump at all, then you should understand age and how that works. You still need great players to win. All right. Well, Daryl Morey doubled down. I didn't think he was going to do it, but he doubled down. Wait, is this what he said? Did he say this recently? Did he say... No, this was at the end of his later trades in an attempt to get younger at the trade deadline. The same effort to rectify, please don't use that word. The same effort to rectify their roster problems shifted the team's focus to the lottery the final 2 months of the season. When did he say that? I think he said this. Elton Brand are finding picks, finding free agents, finding guys like that to fill it out. I think he said this at his exit interview, but either way, he doubled down on his whole philosophy that more star players is better than depth, even though he's finding out the hard way that the new NBA is defense, team basketball, and depth over multiple has-been all-stars. You still need great players to win. The history of the league is pretty straightforward in that you need great players to win. And then I feel pretty good about what Elton Brand and our staff can do in finding picks, finding free agents, Yabusele, finding guys like that to fill it out. Well, I got to be honest with you guys. I can't believe I just spent 53 minutes talking about the Sixers. I thought it was going to be fun. I actually did think it was going to be fun. I thought I was going to have a good time. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get back to, what I'm good at, which is talking about the 76ers. And then I started talking about it and started reading articles, and it made me very angry. And it wasn't fun at all. I want to find a way to have joy while rooting for this team. The only hope is getting lucky on Monday. And it's inching closer. I'll talk to you guys soon, man. You guys are the best.